What's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Realignment Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course. We are out here, man. We are going on the road for the last time here in the regular season. We're undefeated. We are taking on the Indiana Hoosiers, who are seeking bowl eligibility in this episode, man. And they're a decent squad, 5-4 overall, 2-3 in conference play. They're B-minuses across the board, but we have just been on another level this year. B offense, B plus defense. We're undefeated still, and we're doing some great things here in our third year. It is really starting to click, and I'm just trying to finish this regular season strong, win these next couple of games, so that we can go ahead and get ourselves a trip to the college football playoff here in season number 6 of this Realignment Dynasty, man. So I'm going to be excited for this episode. I hope you guys are as well. If you are, make sure you go ahead, smack that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button as well if you do happen to be brand new. We'll go ahead and jump right into it and see if we can take care of business against the Indiana Hoosiers. Let's go get it. Alright, boys, so we did end up deferring to the second half, so we'll check out the Indiana Hoosiers offense to start this game, and they're going to want to get that home crowd excited, but we're not going to let them right now, as Darrell Hicks comes screaming off the edge and really let his presence be felt. But then on the very next play, 2nd and 10, our pressure cannot get to the quarterback, and Eric May is going to make us pay for it. Brent Hayes is going to get a 34-yard reception here. And here comes the Indiana Hoosiers in our side of the field for the first time today. First drive of the game. I'm trying to make sure that they don't get that opening drive touchdown. I'm not really about that. As now, 2nd and 6 coming up. Morrison, he's going to run to the outside as well, trying to run it off tackle. Kevin Morrison does pick up the first down. It's a gain of 7. The Hoosiers are putting together a pretty good drive as May, he's going to look over the middle of the field as well. He's going to find Tommy Horn, and he is feeling that first down, that's for sure. 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. May dropping back, looking around, going to throw to the right-hand side, and it's going to be deflected away by Mike Scott, saving a touchdown potentially. Can we do it one more time? 3rd and goal from about the 7. They do the halfback draw, and we rally up as a defense. Get them boys off the field. They are only able to go ahead and get themselves a field goal. And now our offense comes out on the field, and rumor has it, Billy Hammond, he is getting some Heisman hype for how he's been so high regarded as a dual threat quarterback. Didn't show it there on that first pass attempt, but hey, it's early as of right now. 3rd and 11 though. Dropping back. He's going to throw to the left-hand side. Gets it out to Robertson. And Perry Robinson's going to pick up the first down. Gain of 20. And now Billy Hammond's in rhythm. Watch out. He's going to look over the middle of the field and find Cortez Mills off of the play action. That's going to be a 10-yard reception. And it leads to 3rd and short. Hammond got 4 wide set. He's going to look around, see if anyone gets open. Nope, he's going to run it. Hammond inside the 40. He gets to about the 35 before dancing his way out of bounds. You won't see him take that big shot, at least not too terribly often. And now this running game is going to get going as well. Bobby Russ, who is only a freshman, by the way, he is starting to really emerge, although defenses are trying to key in on him for that. Get us to another 3rd down. We only need an inch, and we got more than enough inches to pick up the sticks. 1st down, Spartans. As that will bring us close to the end of the first quarter. We'll see if we can finish this first quarter on a high note. Hammond trying to throw to the right-hand side. Billy Hammond's going to get absolutely crushed from behind. Glad he got that football off, though, but 3rd and 12. It's another 3rd and long. Hammond dropping back. He's going to look over the middle of the field. He finds Mike Holt. He almost gets it into the end zone. He was right there. A 19-yard reception. That's a 1st down And now, Aaron Hines, he's going to run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. And just like that, the #1 team in America, we're going to take a lead. But we'll see if our defense can play a little bit better, though, as Indiana was able to drive down the length of the field. Nearly get a touchdown. We'll see if we can avoid that once again, as we see Indiana's second drive of the game. But not a good start for our defense, however. We will see a face mask penalty caused by Early Austin, one of our safeties. That's a 15-yard penalty. And we're helping out Indiana too much already. Couple plays later, we're going to look at Mr. Carter over the middle of the field. It's Roger that's going to pick up the first down. A gain of 17 there. As now, 1st and 10 from the 30. May's going to drop back. He's got a clean pocket as well to work with, but throws it short to Brandon Vincent. He actually had to come back and get that football. He originally had the first down, but just not doing himself favors with that poorly thrown ball. We had the interception. I was reading it, but we will take the pass deflection, though. I will gladly take a pass breakup any day of the week. As now, 3rd and 4. May under center. He's going to drop back. He's going to get it out to the right-hand side. Over to Brandon Vincent. And now 1st and 10. Indiana is able to extend the drive. May looks over the middle, gets it out to Aaron Johnson for a 15-yard reception. 1st and goal for the Hoosiers, and Morrison is going to finish the job. All of a sudden, Indiana, they are going to take the lead. They're really trying to put us on upset alert right now. So clearly, Indiana certainly showed up to play. It's time for us to bring our A game as well. Can we get it from our players here so that we can retain that #1 ranking? We're going to have to prove it here over the next few quarters, as that does wrap up the first quarter already. Hey, it's a rivalry game. We know what could happen in those rivalry games any given Saturday. That's all that there is to say. And now we hop into the second quarter of action here. We're going to start off with a speed option to the right. And we're going to quickly get upfield with Billy Hammond, the junior quarterback. He's going to pick up a gain of 9, and that's a first down for your Spartans. And hey, if it's not broke, why fix anything? We're going to go back to that option. Hammond, he's going to try to cut it back inside. The safety does a real good job of making an open field tackle there. Pick up a gain of 6. But we're steadily moving the ball downfield. And we're also taking advantage of the mismatches in the on the back end. Mike Holt got the reception. He had a linebacker up against him. I'm taking advantage of that every single time, as Indiana's trying to send that blitz. Now this time it does end up working. We are looking on the right-hand side of the field. Did not see X open, unfortunately. So now it's 3rd and 16. We got a long field to try to pick up here. We'll see if we can get it. Billy looking at the defense, see if there's anywhere that we can exploit. Looking around. Hammond, he's just going to have to throw it away just because there was nowhere to go with that football. So that means we had to go and punt the ball away. And now Indiana with a chance to pull away themselves. See if they can get those upset alarms really going. And it looks like they just might be, as Morrison, he's able to get loose there in our defensive backfield. That's going to go for a first down. That's going to make it 1st and 10. Speed option to the right on the very next play. May is going to run it right up the middle of the field. That is his first carry of the day. He'll take it for a gain of 8. So now prime play action territory, getting it out to the left-hand side. It's Roger Carter. Hey, Mr. Carter, how have you been? It's already his 3rd catch of the game, as we're starting to try to close in on this first half. It's honestly been a really quick first half. In Indiana, man, they are really bringing that A game, like I said. Giving us a really tough time here on the road. We're getting tested here today. May, next play over on the left-hand side, gets it out to, looks like Hayes, number 87. That's Brent Hayes. And now it's another red zone opportunity. Their 3rd one of the game already. We'll see if third time's the charms in terms of red zone. Stop! And this will help. Eric May getting forced back, but a sophomore, Brandon Wiles. And it's now 3rd and 19. They have the audacity to run a halfback draw on a 3rd down. Are you serious right now? That's crazy. So if they settle for an extremely long field goal, it's a 50-yard field goal attempt. And to be fair, this kicker did have the distance. He just missed it from an accuracy standpoint. So we do get a critical stop from our defense, and we're able to keep this at a field goal game as we get into the last couple minutes of the first half. Mike Holt's going to make a key play for us right in the middle of the field. Not rushing, but I do want to end this half with a touchdown. Hammond looks to the right-hand side. Wesley Johnson's going to come down with the catch. How about that throw, though, by Billy Hammond? Just playing with a lot of confidence right now. That's not an easy throw to make. But I'll tell you what is easy. Wesley Johnson, when he's wide but naked open, he is going to win at the line of scrimmage and is going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. That will go ahead and make it 14-10. I mean, look at that. They try to do press coverage on Wesley Johnson. He's got a really nasty release, and they weren't ready for it. But Indiana still gets the ball here with 1:10 left to play in the first half. So they still get an opportunity to put points on the board before we officially go into that halftime locker room. May, he's going to drop back again. He's going to try to attack us downfield. And it's going to be Greg Harvey that breaks up the pass. Great defense there. And it forces 2nd down. As now, 2nd and 10, looking over the middle. It's going to be Brent Hayes. They won't call a timeout. They are actually going to go no huddle. Get on the ball right away as May drops back, looks to the right-hand side. And that no huddle does end up working on us that time. So now Indiana's back at it. They still got a couple of timeouts. Hayes targeted once again, but he's actually going to drop this pass. And it's going to make it 3rd and 6. Indiana, they have been decent with their 3rd down conversions. Can they make the choice? May looking over the middle of the field, and Daryl Hicks disrupts the pass. And that is going to lead us into halftime, by the way. So Michigan State, we do get the ball to start the second half. We're up by 4. So welcome back to the second half of our game between Michigan State and Indiana. As we do get the ball to start the second half, I'm trying to set a tone. And how about that? 3rd and long to get us started. We find Cortez Mills on the perimeter. Just nasty with that curl route. And it's a 1st down. As we'll march downfield once more. Wesley Johnson, I want to get him a little bit more involved in this offense. He is a very dynamic playmaker. We'll see if we can find some more targets for him here in the second half. Only 2 targets so far in this whole game. I know we kind of spread the ball around extremely well. But now, 1st and 10. Hammond, he's going to go ahead, take it on the perimeter. Looking down the side, he tries to cut it in one more time. And now it's a red zone opportunity. Exactly the first half that we've won, or first drive that we won here in the second half. We're going to keep that going. We're going to get it into the hands of a player that I don't name very much, Andre Peters. He doesn't make very many appearances, but he does maximize his opportunities, which I do really love. And so does Marcus Wiggins. He was lined up in the slot. It was an inside slant, and he wins off the press coverage. They try to press him. It did not work whatsoever. And now it's a 21-10 game. Now Indiana gets their first possession of the second half. We'll see if they can answer. Looking to the left-hand side, gets it out to Haynes. Haynes, he's going to get loose here. Hang on now, across the 30. We finally push him out the 25-yard line, but dang. We're trying to keep these guys in this game right now. Are you serious? That's crazy. But then a couple of plays later, we force a fumble, and that is the first turnover that either team has committed. That is the NFL prospect, Kenneth One, that got it loose And Patrick Goshwin with the tackle. So now, 1st and 10 once again. Hammond, he's going to take over after the fumble recovery. So that extra possession, man, we'll see if this is a starting point to pull away in the second half. Hammond draws back the pass, looks over to the left-hand side, gets it out to Leslie Johnson. A little bit tighter holding on the opposite side, but like I said, wanted to give him some targets, make sure he remains involved in the offense. And so we'll throw that way. 2nd and 10. Speaking of which, Leslie Johnson making another appearance. This one for 17. As we're on the doorsteps of the red zone once again. And Indiana, they leave the middle of the field wide, but naked open. And Billy Hammond, he delivers it where it needs to be. Billy Hammond, then, how about his development? Just in this season alone, 269 yards, 3 touchdowns in this game, and we're pulling away, baby. 18-point lead. Not to mention, we do end up getting a 3 and out a couple of drives later, so it's 31-10, and we could really pull away in this 3rd quarter. Aaron Hines going to get a touch. He's going to get his first reception of the day for a gain of 9. Does also remain in the game. Bobby Russ, I believe, on the previous possession that you guys didn't see since it was a 3 and out, but because it was off a turnover in special teams or something like that, we did start like inside the 10-yard line, so that was really cool. But with that being said, we tried to run away from this defense, but Brandon Porter does a good job of staying active in the play. But a much better 3rd quarter. We score 17 points in that quarter. We got a huge lead to work with. But let's see if we can go ahead and finish this game strong here as we jump back to 2nd and 16. And Hammond, he's going to let one loose here. He wants no, it's Leslie Johnson that he wants. Ryan Vaughn's going to get in there at the very last second to break that pass up. So now, 3rd and 16, looking for a huge 1st down. Looking over the left-hand side, tries to get it to Cortez Mills, but it's broken up, and we do have to go punt this football away. Still holding on to that 3-touchdown game, of course, as we see Eric May in the shotgun. Dropping back, looks to the right-hand side, dumps it off to Vincent, and Vincent does manage to get himself out of bounds to help save a little bit of time on that clock. Next play, May is going to look over to that left-hand side again. He'll pick up a gain of 9. That is a 1st down for Indiana, as they'll be passing a lot and trying to get some quick passes in if they can help it, as Johnson drops a pass over in the middle. Oh, I thought we were going to sneak in there and get an interception, but, you know, we can't get everything that we want, I guess. Is now 2nd and 10, and somehow Morrison gets out of this. I don't know how Daryl Hicks does not make the tackle. Might have been a slight glitch. You know, it's a game from over 7, you know, closing in on 8 years ago that this game was made. So, you know, it's gonna have some interesting things in there. Let's just put it like that, right? Which is why I'm really excited for EA College Football to come out, because I'm used to the game. So it might make it a little bit easier for me, you know, to win on the Heisman mode. I mean, I got to put custom sliders and all that just to, you know, make this remotely competitive, right? To make this a little challenging for me. But then May's going to drop back on 3rd and 14. He does pick up a lot of yards, but it's not a 1st down. They have to go for it at this point. And we'll see what they dial up here on this 4th and 5. May dropping back, looks over the middle. They tried to do the screen pass, one of those mid screens, and just the idea was there to suck the pass rush in, just simply not the execution of it. And now our offense comes back out onto the field after the 4th down stop that we got from our defense. Can we squeeze in a couple of scores, maybe sneak in the backups the last few minutes of this game? We'll have to wait and see. But we try to run this quarterback draw here, and they blocked up the middle, so we try to, you know, go to the outside and, you know, see if we can get something going there. That doesn't happen. So now it's 3rd and 5 coming up. We're going to go with the 5 wide set. Aaron Hines, he can do a little bit of wide receiver too, and Looks good doing it, man. A little bit of halfback clear action. Does the job, and it's a first down. So it helps keep some time off the clock, too, as we continue to march downfield. We want that another score. Is down. Second and short coming up. Hammond under shotgun. He's going to look over the left-hand side, and he had Leslie Johnson. But Johnson cannot haul it in, and it's third down. 3 more yards to go. Does Indiana blitz? They do. They send the linebackers, and we throw right behind where the blitz was coming from. Easy first down. You do not blitz Billy Hammond. You don't do that. It usually does not work out the way that you want it to work out. At least rarely in my mind, right? But now we're closing in on 5 minutes left in the game. Hammond, he's going to take no, he's actually going to hand it off to the backup, Aaron Hines. He's going to slice his dice his way. Looks like for a gain of 11. It's going to set up a goal line situation. Second and goal. Hammond looking around. He's going to try to run for the end zone. He doesn't get there, but a gain of 7 makes it a lot more shorter of a field to work with. Can we punch it in one more time? Third and goal. Hammond, he's going to run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State, and make that 38-10. That is going to be your score, and a convincing performance for our football team. As Indiana, they will go 3 and out once again, so that does put us in the business of trying to close this game. I do want to see real quick before we go towards the end, because, you know, at this point we do have the game in hand, right? We do have things secured. I just want to see if we are actually able to run out the clock or even get to 40 points. I'd love to see us put up a 40-burger on the board before we go home, but we don't do that. We're going to end the game there. But, you know, after a little bit of a shaky first half, I really loved what I saw in the second half. It was a great recovery. We win 38-10, and what's most important is that we remain undefeated and stay alive in that college football playoff hunt. Alright, boys, so I'm not going to lie to you guys. We were definitely a little bit sleepy there in the first quarter, but, you know, after we woke up, boy, did we wake up. 28 unanswered points after that first quarter, man. That's like exactly what you want to see. No, 31 unanswered points. I can't do math. I'm really stupid. But either way, we respond exactly how a national championship caliber team should respond. And speaking of responding well, Billy Hammond is him, man. 25 for 33, 326 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions either to go with any of that. Ground game was really solid as well, even with Bobby Russ getting hurt early. Aaron Hines did a nice job with 16 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown, with Billy Hammond also able to go ahead and find his way into the end zone. Now, for the receivers, Leslie Johnson was able to go ahead. He got 6 catches for 76 yards and a touchdown to his name. He led all receivers in catches. Mike Holt led the team in yards, though. We were really exposing the middle of that secondary, as Mike Holt has been a great receiving threat for us. Not to mention the other tight end, Perry Robertson. We've been putting him out at wide receiver. He's done good work there as well. 4 catches for 62 yards. And then Marcus Wiggins, the only catch that he managed to get in the game, also ends up being a touchdown. As for the defense, we got Early Austin leading the team in tackles today. He came up as that box safety. 7 tackles that led everybody on the squad. Patrick Goshwin was second on the team, though, with 5 tackles, but also managed to get a couple of TFLs in the game. We only managed to get 1 sack, though, and that was from our true freshman, Bill Rice, who came in a little bit later in the game, but the Alma, Michigan product did end up with multiple tackles and multiple TFLs as well. The only turnover that we did manage to force was from Kenneth Wood. He managed to force multiple fumbles in this game and recovered multiple fumbles in this game as well. I'm guessing one of them was from special teams, but needless to say, Kenneth Wood was all over the field. And then Patrick Goshwin, of course, he also managed to recover a fumble. Good game for us once again, and now we're 11-0 because of that. So after the game, we check in on one of our custom coaches out at Mississippi State as they went on the road to take on Arkansas. Arkansas was having their senior day, and they refused to go down in this one, as Arkansas will beat Mississippi State 37-24 in this one. That being said, Mississippi State, though, they're 5-5 as of right now, but just taking a look at their schedule, they are looking really good in terms of actually going ahead and going to a bowl game. Check this out, guys. So, last couple of games, they're going to have UTEP, who they should be favored to win up against, and they're also going to play against UTSA as well. So, two very winnable games, so I would not be shocked to see the Bulldogs in a bowl game. But the next episode that we have in store is going to be a rematch of that conference championship game that we saw last year, but two different directions. Y'all see our record, y'all see theirs. But with that, we are going to go ahead. We are going to celebrate senior day. Going to celebrate those seniors, make sure they have a fun time. Make sure we send them home properly with one last win on our home turf. But I'll leave that for next episode, man. We're going to wrap up the regular season then. But I hope you enjoyed this episode against Indiana. If you did, make sure you go ahead, smack that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well if you have to be brand new to the channel as well. This is John J. Gaming on the mic signing off. But I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.